Hi, this is technology expert Reginald Andre, and with the coronavirus epidemic happening, one of the biggest things as a small business owner, and as I'm sure as you as a small business owner are looking at is what costs can you remove from anywhere when you look at your financials. So today I'll be talking about IT costs that you can cut, what is non-essential that you can actually go ahead and save some money so that you don't have to make a tough decision in letting an employee go. So let's get to it. The first thing that you want to consider is subscription software. Subscription software is when you pay a company on either a monthly or yearly basis to use their software. A lot of times we have customers, for example, in the construction field, and they use programs such as AutoCAD or Bluebeam, but it's only for a certain amount of time that they have this project, or maybe they got in an intern that needed that application. Well, I want you to look at all those subscriptions that you're paying on that monthly and yearly basis and see if the employee is actually still using it. There's other software such as QuickBooks Online. There's the Microsoft Office. A lot of times employees will get rid of an employee, but then they never tell IT, and you're still paying for that email license. And that's, $60, $75, $120 a year per person that you may just be giving away because you haven't done an audit. And so definitely take a look at that. The next thing is phones. Now this is two parts. If you're paying Windstream, Earthlink, AT&T, and Comcast for phone service, and it's not voice over IP, you're paying too much. You're probably paying anywhere from $35, $40, $45 because these are old contracts. And now the new wave is voice over IP, where it's going as low as $19 a month. And you're going to get so much more services. So definitely look at your telephone bill for your office landlines and see what are you paying. And if you're paying more than $20, I want you to call the carrier and says, I'm paying too much. I know I can get this for $20 somewhere else. What are you going to do for me, or I'm leaving? Also, if you are paying your employee's cell phone bill, if you're reimbursing them and it's more than $35 a month, I've seen some companies reimburse up to $50, $60 a month. You're definitely going to want to reconsider that, because technology has really made ways where you can unify all of that communication. So for example, we have some of our customers where they no longer provide employee cell phones. Your extension, so they still have something like this, which is your desk phone. They still have that, but also anything that rings here rings to their cell phone via app. And if they're sitting in front of their computer, they put on a headset and it's the same thing. It's all one extension. So that way you don't have to pay $20, $30, $40 for the landline and then have to reimburse the employee, $30, $40, $50, $60. Just do everything one streamlined way, and then that way too, you could essentially not reimburse the employee for the cell phone and just tell them, hey, put this app on your phone, and when you're working for me, you just have to use it. I'm sure they're going to understand in this tough economic time that if you weren't reimbursing their cell phone or partially reimbursing their cell phone, it's better that they just put an app on their phone rather than have to lose their job. Also, as I mentioned with the VoIP, it's $20 a month. So if you're paying more than $20 a month on your line, you definitely want to reconsider your plan with that carrier. Also, printers. I cringe. Some of our customers, they have departments, and every department, they're leasing a printer $300-$400 a month. And then when you go on Google or Amazon, you see that they can just buy out that printer after 4 or 5 months. And even if you have the little desk printers, I remember going into one building and I Googled how much that printer was worth. It was a $400 printer, and they're spending $60 a month to lease the printer. So if you don't have any reason why you need to lease printers, it's so much better just to buy it outright and just have a relationship with a printer repair company, so that if and when the printer acts up, you can just call them and they'll come and they'll charge you maybe $100, $125 a visit. They'll fix it. You get the parts. Everything is good. but there's no reason why you should be paying that much money, especially in these times when everything is digital, for leasing a printer. Also, you want to consider consolidating your software. If you look at your monthly bills and that you're getting paid, you're paying for a file sharing software such as Ignite, if you're paying for Dropbox, if you're paying for Box.com, also if you're paying for Zoom, if you're paying for backup, if you're paying for all of these things, there's a product out there called Microsoft Office Suite. And if you don't like Microsoft, there's a product called G Suite. And with one flat fee, everything I just mentioned, they will do for you. It's going to give you your Microsoft Office. It's going to give you your backup. It's going to give you file sharing, and it's going to give you video conferencing. So why are you paying Zoom $15 a month per person? You're paying Dropbox about $10 to $15 per person. You're paying XYZ for that service when you can just pay Microsoft Office, and it gives you so much features, and you're going to save at least $20, $30 a month per employee by consolidating your software. Lastly is you want to consider your IT costs. Now, this is a tough subject, but I'm going to be honest with you. Review your contract. You may be paying per user. So if you had 10 employees last year, but now you have 8 because you have to do a layoff or whatever, but they're still charging you for 10. You call up your IT guy and say, hey, look, our contract says 10, but I have 2 people that haven't been with me for 2 months. I'm going to go ahead and turn off these computers because nobody's using it, and I need you to change the contract to 8. And also, you want to maybe consider, if you have a full-time IT person, you may want to consider a managed service provider. And what that means is, instead of having a full-time IT employee in your business, you outsource your IT staff. And if you're paying $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 salary to that employee, you could probably get away with just paying $20,000, $30,000, $35,000 the most, depending on how big your organization is. But it's definitely cheaper to outsource it, especially during these times. So I hope these were practical messages on how you can reduce your IT budget. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a line right here. Ask the questions. We'll be more than happy to answer. Also, please subscribe and share this video to your friends. Thank you.